Join me today as we tackle the wallpaper application in the Beachside Bungalow. Stay tuned and see how easy this is to do. Alright, so we're getting ready to put the wallpaper in the dollhouse. We're going to start on the bottom floor and then move up. I will show you the wallpaper in this main room downstairs, which the downstairs I'm leaving all one room, and I'll show you in the bedroom where we're working around the dormer later in this video. I will do the bathroom floor off camera because it's just too tight in there to be able to angle the camera and be able to work. So prep work. In both this downstairs room and the upstairs bedroom, I have placed strips of craft paper. I cut 4, 5, 6 inch wide strips. I wasn't measuring really, I just cut strips. Cut them into shorter pieces and I taped them down with wide masking tape around the perimeter of the room only. This is to protect this floor from any wallpaper paste drippage. Normally, when I do a dollhouse, I do the floor last, so this wouldn't be an issue. If I'm doing the floor after, normally I work from top to bottom, as we talked about last week when we did the ceiling. I would do the ceiling papers, the walls, and then the floor treatment. This kit has you do a finish on the floors early on, if you remember. So even though I could put another coat on, and I may need to, I don't want to do any more spillage than I have to. So that's there. So now we're going to talk about wallpaper. And I spent all yesterday changing my mind about which wallpapers are going where. If you followed my channel, you know that I usually don't do a lot of wallpaper that looks like wallpaper. Most of the rooms in my dollhouses replicate drywall, painted drywall, and then a few accent walls. And that is what I'm doing in this bottom floor. This end wall. This is the end of the room that the kitchen will be on. This end wall is going to be right there. It's going to be an accent wall, and I'm using the wallpaper that I showed you in the haul / how to choose interior finishes. Hopefully the camera's picking up what this looks like. This is the one with the ships. That will be that wall. Then the other two walls, the basically front of the house and the other end, I'm doing in the same paper I used for the ceiling. That way it will just look like painted drywall. So I need to measure this, and then I can measure it with you guys here, and then we'll cut the piece of paper. So this wall it's 12 inches by not quite, right at 9 inches it looks like. Just a hair lower than 9 inches. So I need to cut a piece of paper. I want the 9-inch height. Make us a hair shorter. I want my tops of my paper, and I will move you down for the wallpapering. I want the tops of my paper to meet the ceiling line as close and straight as possible. So the tops of these walls where there's a straight ceiling line, those are going to be cut on the factory cut on the paper. The bottom of the walls will have baseboard. So those I can have a little off because I've got baseboards coming that are almost, I think they're right around a 1/2 inch tall, which is taller than I wanted, but it's what I could get. So this piece of paper will be cut just slightly less than 9 inches by about 12 1/4. So I can fold a 1/4 inch over around that corner on that end. I'll cut a matching piece of the white for the other end at the same time. So I'm going to turn the camera off, I'm going to cut those, and then I'll be back. Alright, I've got these cut. I cut this one, I cut a piece of the plain white for the other end. We're doing this wall first, and the other end, and then this wall will be done last because that's the one that you see the most, so you want it to be done without the corners wrapping around. The corner's going to wrap under it. So this fits just fine. I've got a little extra here on this edge that I can cut off. It fits in the corner, it fits top to bottom really well. The other side I also have already dry fit to make sure it fit. So I'm now going to go put paste on the back of both pieces, and then I'll come back, we'll put the paste on here, we'll put this piece up. Alright, there's wallpaper paste on the back sides of both the pieces for the ends. Now I'm going to apply wallpaper paste here. Try not to get it up on your ceiling paper, which is going to be really hard for me right now because I don't want to stick my head in the way of the camera. There we go. Oops. When you're doing this at home and not working around a camera, it's a lot easier. Now I'm going to wrap some wallpaper paste around the back. Now, make sure that you've got your wallpaper right side up if there is a design, because you don't want your sailboats sailing upside down. Okay. Now this paper gets really soft when it's wet, so hopefully it won't tear. Come on. Pull it back. There we go. Now I've got another piece of popsicle or craft stick. I've got a piece of that jumbo craft stick. If you've got an old credit card, I was reminded by one of you guys that those work really well too, but I don't have an old credit card, gift card sitting around, so I didn't have one to use. All right. And I like to let this layer get nice and dry before I do the back wall. So off camera, I'm going to do the same thing with the other end, only I'm using some of the same white paper I used for the ceiling. When both of these are set up and dry, we'll come back and we'll do that front wall together. All right, now I have off camera cut the piece of paper that will go on this wall here, and I have exactly the size of the space I have. It's a nice snug fit. So I'm going to, off camera, put the glue on the back of this and on this wall, and then I'll be back and we'll put that in place. All right, I've got paste spread everywhere, and I've got the back of the paper covered. You want to especially make sure you have paste around the edges of the window and the door, and to the edges. Now I'm going to slide this in place. And remember, since we have paste on both surfaces, although the paper is fragile, it will slide slightly. Get it lined up with the ceiling. The bottom is going to be, whoops, there goes my flashlight. The bottom is going to be covered with baseboard trim. Now take your scraper, whatever you're using to scrape with, you can use, and scrape towards those openings that you left. Now it looks like I did get a little bit of paste there, so I'm going to want to go back with a damp, soft cloth and wipe off any paste that got on the right side. So I'm going to, bubble trying to form there, and I'm going to press this down and kind of squeegee it or work it down multiple times before that paste dries. I'm going to come back and do the same action every couple of minutes until I feel it is adhered to the wall. Once that's dry, I'll turn the camera back on and we'll trim out the door and the window openings. All right, now this wallpaper paste has dried actually overnight. So now I love several reasons I don't cut the windows and door openings out before I put the wallpaper paste up. One, before you paste it in, it's really hard to get it lined up perfectly when you go to install it. Also, it's a lot stronger piece of wallpaper. If I would have cut out this opening and the door opening over there, there would have been a lot more, the paper would have been a lot more fragile. By leaving these intact, it makes it a lot easier. It's a lot more stable to get in, and it's easy to see where to cut. Now this time, since it doesn't matter, I'm going to cut from the inside. When we do the opening for between the bedroom and the bathroom upstairs, we will need to be sure we cut from the side where we can see what we're doing. So now I'm going to, because we have tape wire going around that corner. Now, if this is not perfectly even, that's fine, because we are going to put our window trim over the very edge of here. So I don't care if this is a little ragged. That's fine. Same with the door opening. Hopefully I'm not blocking your view. And this is another one of those where if you're not trying to work around a camera, it really goes really fast. Just be sure you have a good sharp knife. Sorry for the obnoxious noises. You will find that because the paper has the dried wallpaper paste on the back, it's really stiff, so it makes it a little harder to cut. But there you go. That's all cut out. All right, let's shift position just a little bit so I can see the, yeah, now I can see the door opening in the screen. So same thing, we just cut down. Like I said, don't worry about it being perfect. There we go, we have openings. Big chunk out of there. But that won't matter. So when we put the door in, it'll cover up that opening. So that is as far as we're going to go today on the wallpapering, because the upstairs is a lot trickier. So this was more the basics of how to wallpaper inside your dollhouse. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're finding the content of this video and the rest in the series and my other videos to be helpful. If you are and you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you push that subscription button and hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.